Porridge, am I right? I detested it as a kid. Perhaps it was the sticky, syrupy texture and how awful it felt as it traveled down my throat, enveloping my tonsils, making me feel like I was about to choke. Maybe it was its bland taste. Either way, it was rancid. My mother used to force me to eat it, every fucking morning without fail. Eat your porridge, Benjamin, she'd squeal. If I refused, she would hold my nose until I couldn't breathe, and then shove the disgusting gooey stuff down my throat. She really was a wicked woman. She relished in the suffering and misfortune of others. When little Patrick from next door fell off his bike and twisted his ankle, I watched my mother's mouth quiver, forming a smirk. It delighted her. As time went on, my mother became withdrawn. She was moody, barely venturing out of her bedroom, except for when she had to feed me porridge. That was the only time I saw her. I didn't like how she looked at me though. There was this sparkle in her eye as she watched me lift the spoon into my mouth. Like she knew something that I didn't. She'd watch me spoon the detestable goo into my mouth, and a victorious smile would spread across her face. As if she'd won a battle. I guess she did. I just didn't know at the time. Pretty soon my porridge started tasting different too. It was somehow worse than before. Instead of the usual bland taste, my taste buds were assaulted by this sourness that I couldn't describe. It tasted spoiled. When I broached the subject with my mother, her face would turn as sour as the porridge that I was eating. Benjamin, I am sick and tired of your excuses, she'd hiss at me. Things only proved to escalate. The taste of the porridge grew more rancid and vile with each passing day. My mother became more and more manic. Her hair was a bird's nest that fell in awful, straw-like strands about her hunched shoulders. Her face was gaunt, pale, and her under eyes looked heavy, discolored like old tea bags. Her smile never wavered though. As soon as she put that detestable mucus in front of me, her mouth would quiver. One morning, I woke up to find our kitchen empty. No sign of my mother. I went toward her bedroom and noticed that the door was slightly ajar. As I walked in, this rancid, putrid smell hit me in the face like a brick. It was emanating from the bathroom. When I walked in, I almost fainted. My mother was elbow deep in the chest cavity of little Patrick, her arms saturated by rotten flesh and putrid tissue, all sticky and glossy. I peeked inside and saw the gooey, soupy mess that was Patrick. It looked exactly like my porridge. Are you ready for breakfast, Benjamin?